All right, so hello guys, welcome back to another breakdown video. If you're new to this channel, please ensure you subscribe and like this video, and also drop a comment. All right, so this is basically going to be a breakdown video for GBP trade that was called in my Telegram channel. So if you need the link to join the Telegram channel, it's in the description of this video or it's in the bio of this channel, right? So let's get into the analysis for the trade. All right, so starting analysis from the monthly time frame, we can see that price has been bullish, creating higher highs and higher lows on the monthly time frame. So on the monthly time frame, this is our most recent low and this is our most recent high, and price retraced into the range from this low to this high, and then we had this bullish engulfing candle. All right, so it's possible that price could come to take out external high, right? If you're using your normal market structure logic, okay. So yeah, so that's the monthly time frame, right? So let's go back to the weekly time frame and see what happens. For the weekly time frame, same thing. Price did a retracement, create a high, a low, a high, right? Low, high. Then we had a change of character here, um, signifying that bullish uh movement is about to start. You know, when you have your range, right? So you have this, okay. So how you know that your price is going to maybe start going towards the external is when you have like a change of character. Right? This is simple basic market structure. I'm sure everybody is familiar with this one. All right. So on the weekly time frame, these are low and these are high. So price started retracing into the internal range from this low to this high. All right. And then if we go to the daily time frame, see what's happening in the daily time frame. So what the price do? The price broke structure here, gave a change of character. And then we have this key level that price is reacting from. All right. And then price came, didn't break any major structures. We had a break of structure here. All right. But price retraced, no new ranges from yet, unless maybe price takes out this low. All right. So what the price came, gave uh, a low, a high, right? Broke structure to the downside, and then tapped into this daily key level, right? So now, after getting that uh tap into the dedicated. What do we want to see? If you have our knowledge on storyline, we always want to see a a rejection, right? And a close above, right? Before we start to look for possible buy entries on lower time frames like the 4 hour or the 1 hour or the 30 minutes, right? So we want to see a breakout, right? And if you check, we had a 4 hour breakout right here, okay? So we could have looked for possible buy entries uh from this level. All right. So what the price do? Price got price started creating. Oh, sorry. The price started creating a series of highs and high lows, right? Okay. Price started creating series of highs. But let me show you something on the daily time frame. All right. So on the daily time frame, what do we have? Right. We had this break of structure to the downside. All right. And we had this key level. Okay. So what the price do? Price came, set the high of this daily candle, right, and tap into that key level. Okay, so now the same thing we want to see when we have a daily reject from a daily key level. We want to see a breakout, and then we want to see our entry model on the lower time frame for us to take the trade. Okay, so now we had the sweep of this daily high, and then we had the tapping into a daily key level, and then we had a rejection. All right, and we closed below, right? So now I want to go to our lower time frame, like the 4 hour, all right, or Let's go to the 1 hour so we can see what happened clearly. Okay, so now you can see the price tapped into that key level and then broke structure to the downside. All right, so now I want to be looking for, we have a new trading range from this high to this. Okay, so now what do we, when we have a range, once the price retrace into that range, tap into a key level, give us our entry confirmation, and then we take the sell, either targeting the external low, all right, of the low that just formed, so targeting that low or targeting any other um draw on liquidity on higher time frames. All right. So now we had this retracement into the upside. But let's go back to 4 hour so we can mark our key levels. So around the 4 hour, we have this 4 hour key level, right? That is fresh, that has not been tapped into. Okay. So now what the price gave a single candle liquidity, right? It's a concept that I have studied a lot, and I've actually taught a few of my students, right? So this concept basically is where you have a either a bullish or a bearish candle, right? That forms a key level, and then it breaks structure to the downside, and then you have the next key level, the next candlestick on the same time frame will form and act as a liquidity. All right. So basically, why the logic behind this is so amazing is because if you go to a lower time frame, you can see how everything just adds up, right? So if you go to the 30 minutes time frame, and you'll be able to confirm that that high of that candle is actually an inducement. All right. So we have this as our inducement. So basically, what do we want to see? We want to see price come into that 4 hour level and then give us some form of entry confirmation, right, on our lower time frame of the 30 minutes or the 1 hour for us to get into this trade. All right. So basically, what the price came to the key level, which is this line right here. All right. Or SMC traders can decide to call this maybe an order block. All right. They can decide to call this another block. So price came into the other block and tap into that key level, right, and started selling off. Okay, but now I want to pay attention to the type of entry model that formed here, right? So we had price come, gave this mini structure, all right. Basically, this was the liquidity that I was looking at, all right, for price to take this sell, to sweep this liquidity and then tap into a key level and then sell off. So my entry was actually on this level, all right. But basically, what the price came, created another liquidity level right here, and then we had this extreme 30 minutes key level that was used as the sponsor for the sales. So basically, price came, gave double uh, structures, and price swept both of them, and then tapped into this level right here, and they sold off. But basically, this was where my entry was, and then we took the sell from here. We took the sell from this level. So our stop was just right above that candle, and then we want to be targeting, no, go back to the daily time frame. You can see clearly uh, that we had, okay, price swept this daily high, tapped into the daily key level, and then rejected and closed above. So the most realistic target for this setup is the previous daily low, or you could target this daily key level right here, because it's always, the concept of storyline, right? If you have a daily rejecting a daily and then you have your confirmation, you always want to target the next daily key level, right, in the opposite direction, right? So if you are selling, if you have a daily rejecting a daily to give you a bearish setup, right, you want to look for a daily key level, right, that is below, right, where you want to be targeting. Like, so now that we have this daily rejecting this daily and then we have this close above, we want to be looking for every daily key level, right, that is before this whole entire move. So we can target this, we can target this, we can target this, right? But the most realistic and the most fresh one is this one, or this daily low. All right. So me, I took completed profit on this daily low using CLC concept. If you know what CLC concept is, where you have either a bullish candle, then a bearish candle that sweeps the high of the bullish candle and then closes below it, and then you get your confirmations on the smaller time frame, right? But all of these things must be in line with structure, right? You don't just read it anyhow. If not, you hit stop loss. Okay, so now going back, so we have this daily rule now as our target, right? So if we go back to the 30 minutes time frame, right? So now we extend this to our take profit. So this was a solid uh this was a solid 1 to 5, right? So the solid 1 to 5 in the channel. All right. So this is basically just how this trade was caught. I hope you learned some of the things from the video, and feel free to like, comment, and just share your thoughts in the comment section. I'll be looking at the comments. I'll see you guys at the next one. Thanks.